Hi. No edits, no flashy intros, no warning screen with trigger warnings that you don't even read. Just me, telling you that this is a very serious game that covers some very real topics, mental health issues, and self-harm. The emotions and tension that are built in this story are almost palpable. It treads respectfully, but it does tread on some very sensitive subject matter, and for that reason, viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy the story, and enjoy the video. Are you awake? Open your eyes. Okay, I'm up and already a choice. What now, or do we ignore it? Let's not ignore it. What now? You're feeling anxious. You've been tossing and turning in your bed for a while now. Sleep doesn't seem to be coming. You have a feeling that someone is watching you. Someone may be standing behind the window. There's no one there, or ignore. It's kind of the same thing. I'll be honest with you. Both of those choices are kind of the same answer. There's no one there. How can you be so sure? You need to get up and check the window. It'll take but a moment. You'll be back in your bed in no time. Yeah, let's get up. Let's get up. Let's get up. I don't want to just be a victim of sloth. Let's just check it out. Remember to breathe. Oh, this is the window. Okay. I love the ASCII art, by the way. I think I'm saying that right, ASCII art. I've never played a game in this design, in this format. I'm loving it so far, though. Don't get too caught up in listening to the sound of your breath. Let it come naturally. Trick yourself into thinking something else. You are safe. I got a feeling we're not so safe. Can you see movement through the cracks in the window blinds? Can you see the shadows shifting? There's something or someone out there. Ooh, I like this. Everything so far is being really played up to be our head. Like it's us versus this environment right now. We have not seen anything that would imply any wrongdoings, any evil, any sinister nature, anything scary. Everything's just up here right now. I'm gonna open the window blinds. Just a tree blowing in the breeze. Good news for us, tree branches swaying in the wind. You must feel relieved. It's very silent. Who's narrating this? Obviously, it's me, it's your boy. But I mean, like in the game, are we just monologuing all this to ourselves? Like, is this like our consciousness that's talking to us? I'm assuming we're playing as the girl from the beginning, right? So who's doing all the talking here? You came here to find quiet, but you've come to miss the sounds of the city. The restless noises coming from the streets, even those that are violent. Yet they somehow brought you comfort compared to this maddening silence. Here, you thought you could unwind and rediscover yourself. Find what the hell is wrong with you. It is true that in silence, you can hear yourself more clearly. It is true. Now, I don't know what direction this game is heading in, but so far I'm in agreement. The silence can be deafening, but it can also be relieving, and it's up to you how you choose to handle it. Head back to bed or do nothing. Do nothing is a crazy choice right now. What, are we just gonna stare at the window all night? No, let's go back to bed. Wait. Who's telling me to wait? Aren't you forgetting something? The blinds, you're right. I'm gonna say what's that, but I'm so confused as to who we're actually like speaking to here. You must close the window blinds. You know how stressful it is when you leave them open. Yeah, let's close them. I'm definitely asleep with the window blinds closed kind of person. Blinds closed, doors closed, everything locked, deadbolted, checked dozens of times. You made it back to your bed. You're safe. Nothing bad happened. You can fight it. You have the strength to overcome it. But you need to understand what you're dealing with. Do you think it's all in your head? I mean, so far, yeah. With the context that I have so far, There is nothing that has told me otherwise that this story is not taking place entirely in my mind. You also have the context of we are in, I don't know where we're at specifically, but some sort of isolated location because they talked about us coming here for quiet and missing the roar, the hustle, and the bustle of the big city. So we came somewhere to be alone, to be with our thoughts, and I feel like that's kind of what we're doing. And maybe it's just all in our head. So are we alone? Yes. You can rely on logic. Thanks. Please don't see through me, like in real life. It's your best connection to reality. You are tired. You need sleep. Okay, let's go to bed then. Ah, a little clock. Man, I love the art. I love when people take something so simple. That is not how time works. What is happening? Where are we going? We're leaping through dimensional vortexes and traveling time. Okay, parentheses or arrows? I'm taking arrows. The passage of time seems different here. The arms of the clock are going back and forth. You find it difficult to experience such irrationality. If there's sense to any of this, it's not visible. Oh, we're in a dream. Okay. Next dream. Or wake up. Nah. Let's keep going down the rabbit hole. Bad decision. I am the man in a gas mask, and I ask you this. How many fingers am I holding up behind my back? Just one, brother. How many fingers am I holding up behind my back? 8. Yeah. How many fingers am I holding up behind my back? 3. More fingers. 11. Gotta be 11. You have failed me with your answers. Okay. So you're actually looking for something? I kind of thought that that was going to be like a nonsensical game. I'm the man in a gas mask. Okay, let's see. I did 1. 8. 3. 5. What? Is there a correct answer? All right, I don't know if there is a correct answer, a correct sequence to all of that. It's the clock, isn't it? Damn, it's the clock. Okay, hold on. Damn, I'm a dummy. I'm such a dummy. 6 o'clock. 6, 3, 5, 1. I think that's it, right? 6, 3, 5, 1. Yes. 6, 3, 5, 1. 1, 6, 3. Oh, God. 6, 3, 5. Nice. Okay, a little out of order, or maybe I just saw the numbers out of order, but got it. Your answers ring true. This interaction represents the beginning of our connection. Acknowledge my existence. No, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna see what you have to say. You seem nice. Your dream has come to an end. Stay. It's time to wake up. I don't think so. Okay, you win. I guess it's time to wake up. So this is the beginning of our connection, he says. Did you find the dream unsettling? Do you believe there was more to it? Yeah, no, that very clearly seemed like someone was reaching out to me. You feel something was different in this dream. You felt connected to it. He spoke with great concern. Do you think he tried to tell you something? There could be a pattern or meaning in his words. Put your head to work. 1 plus 6 is... Do I really... I'll play along. 7. 7 plus 3 is... I want to sleep. You just woke up. It's 10, baby. Come on. 10 plus 5 is 15. Of course, 15. You keep seeing this number. 15. 15. Okay, lots of 15s. Would you knock it off? You seem anguished. It is hard for you to fall asleep. You need to check the window again. It will help alleviate your stress. Alleviate or cause great panic and concern depending on what I see. I don't want to. Can you get rid of the thought? It is difficult for you to resist the urge. You know you should try harder. You can start tomorrow. You can slip this one time. You're back in your bed in no time. Get up or ignore. Ignore. It'll make you feel better. If I know anything, they just keep prodding me until I do what they want, so let's go ahead and get up. I'm still not sure who's actually talking to me with all this. There's the guy in the gas mask who's creating this connection with me in my dreams. There's me, the woman who I keep seeing, and it's like a self-monologue, kind of. I wonder if this is gonna be some sort of mental issue, like something that's entirely taking place in my brain. Let's open the window blinds. I don't think I'm gonna have a choice, so you can't see the trees anymore. Uh-oh, well, that is most definitely concerning. You're trying to understand why. Could it be a dense fog hindering the view? You're probably right. Oh my god, that noise scared me. Wait. Can you see movement in the distance? By George, I think I can. There's pixels moving erratically. Oh, it's getting closer. I think. Shouldn't the fog hide the shape like it hid the trees? This is definitely my brain. This is my mind playing tricks on me. It has to be. You must find this perplexing. You don't know what you're looking at. It appears as if a shadow is bleeding into the fog surrounding it. It's coming this way. It's slowly growing its presence. The shape is becoming increasingly distinct. It resembles a human. You cannot trust your eyes. You are alone here. There's no one here besides you. It's only you and your shadow. Close the window blinds. Yep. Fix that problem. Have I lost my mind? You've been under a great deal of stress. You need to get your head straight. Your heart is racing. Your breath is shallow. Your legs are growing numb. The cold sweat is about to break as your skin turns pale. Do not let it go that far. Try to calm your breathing. Think of something entirely different. Think of the last movie you saw. Try to remember the lyrics of your favorite song. Good. You're starting to stabilize. You're slowly gaining back your strength. You feel shaken and want to return to your bed. It's the only place where you feel safe. But first, you must take another look. Oh, I don't want to. Also, this game is going to hit hard for anyone who suffers from severe anxiety. Obviously, the game, I think, is going to be going a slightly different direction. It's leaning very far into that mental territory so far, but that was a very haunting depiction of an anxiety attack. I just don't know where we're going with this character yet. I'm so interested, and it keeps making me do the things. It's like it's antagonizing me. Even if I say I don't want to open the window, it forces me to open the window. I'll try, let me try. Ignore. Do you need more time to gather your breath? You can overcome this. Yeah, it doesn't give me a choice. Open the window. Oh, the tree branches are back. Okay, the trees are back. You feel relieved seeing the trees again. You're sure it was only your imagination. It was nothing but a feverish dream. You should return to your bed. No matter what choices I feel like I have in this environment, it's being shown explicitly that none of my choices matter, that someone else is in control of this story. You made it back to your bed safely. You're tired and craving for sleep. The morning will come, and everything will look brighter and more hopeful. You'll be fine once you get some rest. Time to close your eyes. That's what it says. I ain't got no choices anyway. Oh, there's a lighthouse. But hey, maybe the lighthouse actually is the beacon of hope. Maybe there is some symbolism here for us as the character in the story. Ah, the dreaded brackets or arrows again. I'm gonna go brackets this time. The sound of the waves has a unique quality to it. Can you hear the unexplainable clarity in its character? Can you hear the waves whispering distant words? You don't believe their unnatural sound belongs to this sea. The energy passing through the water comes from somewhere unknown. Yet you find the waves calm and peaceful amidst the sad melody. You embrace this beautiful harmony. You are breathing slowly and deeply. Your body and mind are weightless and free from worry. It's rare to achieve such tranquility. You find it difficult to experience both extremes. Your darkness has overshadowed the light for too long. It wasn't always like this. It doesn't always need to be like this. I like this dream. This is a nice, reflective state. Whoever's talking to us, whoever's in control here, called out that we are in between both. This high stress with these shadows looming over us and struggling to maintain our head above the water. And yet we're still able to find such serenity and tranquility in these moments. Such a delicate balance. All right, let's go to the next dream. Probably gas mask guy, huh? Yep. I am the man in a gas mask, and I ask you this. Can you bear my silence? Morse code in the background? It makes me anxious. It does. Yeah, it does make me anxious. Yeah, for real. What is wrong in my silence? Your silence has the wrong pattern. Your silence is unbalanced. Your silence is unbalanced. Because it's very unbalanced. It sounds sinister. What makes my silence uneven? It has 14 dots. Your silence misses a dot. Oh, it's all coming back to the number 15. So either one of these, no matter what I'm picking, I'm calling attention to the fact that there's not 15 in the rhythm. Your silence has 14 dots. How many dots should my silence hold? Both of these are the same. 15. I understand. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. I have corrected my silence. Oh, okay, that was 15. What do you want from me? I want to show you the truth. I will show you what lies behind the veil. I assumed the shape of a shadow. I came to your cabin. There's a guy in the window. You're the one emerging from the fog. I will not let you exist in a lie. Oh. My silence is now also yours. Follow this newly found connection. Go to the birdhouse. You will find something hidden under its detached roof. All right, we'll wake up. I want to sit here and spam click the stay button to look for like secrets or whatever, but every time I try to go off the beaten path, it just says, no, it's time to wake up. So I guess the gas mask guy, he said, I was the one who came to your cabin. I was the one outside your window. You will endure this silence with me. So maybe this is like the reason he, the gas mask person, is the reason that we came to the cabin in the first place. Maybe that's why we went to seek this silence, to seek this isolation, because something happened. Something happened in our life or in the city or wherever, and he is what's haunting us. It makes sense so far. All of our fears and our anxiety are tied to that shadow outside that window and this guy that we're seeing in our dreams, I think. But that's just a theory. Another strange dream. The man in a gas mask appeared to you again. Does that seem uncanny to you? Yes, it does. You must be anxious and scared, but also intrigued. You don't know what to believe. You think he spoke convincingly, but it's hard for you to accept that a dream could hold any truth. You consider yourself logical, but don't want to rule anything out. You can sense things you can't hear or see. The spiritual side of you may follow some secret logic, a logic that has yet to be discovered. You are tired of this recurring conflict in your head. Be that as it may, you can't stop thinking about what he said. Should you go outside and check the birdhouse? You're not going to give me a choice otherwise, brain, so yes, I'd love to. There's likely nothing hidden inside, but you must verify it to get it out of your head. Then maybe you can finally sleep. It's going to rain soon. Normally, you love some rain. The sound has a calming effect on you, but you don't want to get wet. You better get going before it starts raining. Go outside. This is definitely, I'm very positive at this point that the person talking to us is ourself. It's just our brain. I don't know if it's some sort of split personality, some sort of bipolarism, but it's literally like we are telling ourselves what we're thinking, because it's talking in a direct, like almost first person point of view. Like, you feel this way. Like, how does it have that information? It's us. It's just monologuing our inner thoughts. You should have worn a coat. This bitter autumn wind is chilling to the bone, yet you find it refreshing. There's something purifying and healing about the wind. Perhaps the physical sensation on your skin tricks your mind into focusing solely on it. The wind makes you feel more connected with this world. Ooh, flash of lightning. But then again, what the hell are you doing here? It's the middle of the night. You're standing outside, catching a cold, all because you had a dream. Would a sane person act like this? I don't know, maybe. I don't know if you're gonna pick that up, but I swear something just breathed in my left ear. It wasn't my fucking hair, was it? Oh, that gave me the chills. Holy hell. You don't think it matters, do you? No one is sane. You don't care whether you are of sound mind or not. All you want is to feel better. You want to wake up feeling calm and content. You need to find a way to prevent yourself from falling into negative thoughts. That was a Qrow off my right ear. Okay. God, that breathing in my left ear just has me so on edge. It's going to rain soon. You need to get to the birdhouse. Yep, let's go. I would have already been there if you weren't holding me up to monologue. You're here by the birdhouse. Jeez, I don't know why I thought it would be like an aviary, like a big, I don't know why I thought that actually. I just didn't think it would be this. Do you still want to do this? Yeah. I mean, what could possibly be in there? You're not sure you have a choice. You feel like your hands are tied. That's how this whole game feels so far. And I feel like they're saying this as a parallel for what's happening, like in the game. Can you see the spot where the ground looks different? The ground is bare of leaves and branches. Someone has been here recently. As you realize this, can you feel your heart beating irregularly? Can you feel the sense of dread creeping in? This fear creates a gap in your psyche that you can't control. It's overpowering your thoughts and even your memories, recoloring and forging them formless. But you must not give in. Try not to lose yourself in your thoughts, not when they are at their darkest. You can feel it coming again. Your breath is turning shallow. Allow your lungs to breathe without you intervening. You must think of something else. Can you remember the color of your friend's eyes? Can you remember their birthday? Good. You feel a sense of relief washing over you. You're safe. You're ready to search the birdhouse. What do you expect to find? I'm gonna hope nothing. Also, I don't know if it was just the type of scene that was, but we did better that time. Our character did better. The breathing wasn't as ragged. We collected ourselves much faster. It's like that attack was a little bit easier for us to control. I wonder if that matters in the story, or if it's just the timing of it all that I'm overanalyzing. What do I expect to find? I don't know, anything, man. Anything. You want to believe there's something in the birdhouse. Wouldn't you find it terrifying? Would it turn your dream into something more? No, I think I'd find it validating. I mean, there's one part of my brain that'd be like, you're crazy. Like, you're dreaming all these dreams. This guy's not real. He's not making connections with you. But to prove it, not even to other people, but to prove it to myself, like, okay, this is real. I got demons. The self-validation there would be calming, at least to me, I think, in this type of situation. There's only one way to find out. Remove the roof. Let me see them birdies. Tweet, tweet. What am I holding? Is that the roof of the birdhouse? Discover the box. Find the box inside the birdhouse. Okay. You cannot believe it. You discovered a box hidden in the birdhouse. You must be terrified. You don't understand what this means. Could the man in the gas mask assume a physical form? You're trying to wrangle this deeply unsettling question, but you struggle to find an explanation. I have an explanation. In a minute. Do you believe it was he who hid the box? No, I don't. You believe there's a logical explanation? I do, actually, video game. But you need time to understand what has happened. You find it all so very confusing. Be that as it may, someone placed the box here recently. Can you feel your sense of security fading away? You might not be here all alone after all. This frightening thought is starting to grow in you. You must be wondering what's inside the box. You should get back inside first. Okay. Let's go back to the cabin. Okay, so logical explanation time. Now, there's a little bit of foreshadowing in the game so far. Obviously, we're playing so heavily into our mental state, in our condition, right? It is totally logical to me that since we are out of our mind a little bit, we're experiencing these things, and we're in a foreign location, mind you, a place that we've never been to, a place that we had to just come and escape from the big city. Who's to say we've never been here? Who's to say we don't know this place all too well? If we're truly having like manic episodes, we could have hid the box there. Someone we know could have hid the box there. Maybe this place isn't as isolated as we think it is in our brain because we're just trapped in this delusional state that we're in. There's so many logical explanations for why that box could have been there. But again, it's like our brain is just refusing to understand or to see the logic in any situation, and it's trying to paint us in this corner of anxiety-inducing fear, which is a terrifyingly real concept. You're standing at the front of the cabin. Why would you stop here? The front door is ajar. Yeah, it is. It's open. Oh my God, did I do that? Why did I leave the door open? You can't remember if you closed the front door. You left so hurriedly that you didn't even remember to take your coat. You were distracted and not thinking straight. It would make sense if you also forgot to close the front door. This whole experience is just like it's just twisting my brain back and forth. Yet there have been numerous strange occurrences. You don't know what to believe anymore. It all feels so confusing and empty to you. Don't let that numbness devour joy from the things you love. You didn't stop caring. There's something constantly out of sync, like two cogs that never align at the right time. You came here to heal. What did you wish to find? More things to live for, more things to die for. I love this choice. I mean, this is very much so like a glass half empty, glass half full type question, but both of these are validating. Like, neither of these are necessarily bad. Being willing to put your life on the line and saying, I'm willing to die for this, that doesn't have to be taken in an overly negative way. It just means you feel so strongly about it that you're willing to give yourself to it. It's totally reasonable for someone to feel that way. For like loved ones or a child or something. More things to live for is kind of the flip side of the coin when you think about it, because you want to live on and be strong and provide and be with them. I'm gonna say more things to live for. It sounds a little nicer. You want to find something new or to revive something old? You understand what you need. It's only a matter of how. You should get inside and see what the box holds. Get inside or hesitate? I'm going to hesitate. Are you still considering the possibility someone else left the door open? hesitate. You can't stay outside. Yeah, see, it just forces me to do the things. Interesting. What is on my shirt? Is that like a cat? So there's obviously this theme of like repressed memories, right? That's the most prevalent theme in this game. Deep mental blockage and barriers and absolute like soul searching of the mind, obviously. But this theme, it just talked about it of repressed memories. You know why you're here, you know what you need. I hope it elaborates a little bit more. You made it safely back inside, but you're so fixated on the box that everything else around you disappears. The way you hold the box effortlessly indicates its light. You're trying to deduce its contents based on its weight. Your thoughts are racing. Violent images are surfacing in your mind. There could be something horrible in the box. Could be. Or it could be love letters. Things of your forgotten past that you came here to remember. Why would you think of the darkest things first? Yeah, my point exactly. Thank you. Is it easier for you to dwell on such thoughts? Be that as it may, you should open the box. I don't want to skip over that line. Is it easier for you to dwell on those thoughts? For many of us, I believe it is. It often is a lot easier to remember the negative, to remember the bad, than it is to remember the good, to remember the things that made us happy. I like that line. You should open the box. I'm not sure I want to. I'm scared of what I'll find. You can be scared of it, but you have already gotten to this point. We're going to open that damn box. Anyone would hesitate in your situation, but you know you can't let this slide. You found something at the location indicated by your dream. You're trying to comprehend it, but you can't come to a logical conclusion with the information that you've got. You need to open the box and see what you can learn. Let's open it. Let's open it. My guess is letters. I haven't looked yet. Letters from a past life. You found a phone inside the box. I was wrong. Okay, very wrong. Upon closer examination, you notice something unsettling. Isn't that your phone? It can't be. It could be. Yes, it is. You must be stupefied. The last thing you expected was to find your phone. You must be aware of how unusual this is. How did your phone end up in the box? Let's rationalize, or attempt to. I don't think it's going to let me, but we'll try to rationalize. You're still able to act reasonably after all this bewilderment. Your ability to reason may be the key to unlocking the truth. Try to remember the last time you used your phone. Yeah, see, and then you just turn it back around. Well, okay, yeah, it could be. When did you have it last? And this is such a... This writing's good. This writing is so accurately describing how brains work sometimes. I can't seem to remember. Can you recall when you arrived at this cabin? Try to remember. You don't remember coming here, do you? Now that you reflect on it, you don't even know where you are. This place is unfamiliar to you. You don't know how long you've been here. Coming to realize this must be frightening. Is it possible that you were the one to hide the phone? Yeah. I said that like 15 minutes ago. You came here to seek solitude, to get your head straight. Your phone serves as a window to a world filled with violence and hypocrisy. You couldn't look the other way. You needed an exit from all of that. You may have decided to resist temptation by tucking away your phone. Does that sound like something that you'd do? Yeah, no, me personally, no. But it's possible, I guess, in the terms of the story. You find comfort in this assumption. You're mentally exhausted. You're not well. Yeah, it is mentally exhausting having a monologuing, egotistical, sarcastic voice in my head that's narrating everything that I'm doing. He really is. He seems so full of himself. And by full of himself, I mean myself, I guess. The night amplifies your thoughts. Everything feels more burdensome and impassable. You need to get some sleep. There could be clarity with the dawn. Let's head back to bed. Let's head back to bed. Do you find it bizarre? Now I'm just straight up talking to myself. When you think of something specific, it tends to manifest in one way or another. You may notice these things only when you pay attention to them. You find it somewhat uncanny, but believe there's really nothing else to it. But have you considered there could be something more? a greater truth. Sometimes you feel like you're viewing the world through this thin, transparent veil. You find it hard to believe anything is real. Do you ever find yourself consumed by compulsive thoughts? Thoughts that you don't share with anyone. Thoughts that cause you anxiety and stress. Sometimes even happy memories feel boundless and imperfect without a reason. The veil may not exist after all. It may be your mind trying to protect itself from prolonged stress. Maybe you should seek help. Yeah, you might be right, me. The longer it takes, the easier it is to procrastinate. You should think about it. Be that as it may, he says that a lot. I say that a lot. That is said a lot. Be that as it may. The best thing for you right now is to get some rest. Let's close our eyes. Let's see what the dream world holds for us tonight. Oh God, things are getting worse. That's us, right? Bottom question marks. You're screaming in the darkness, leaning against a cold concrete wall. You're looking at yourself with the eyes of someone else. Oh my God, okay. Oh my God. Abrupt flashes of mindless gore. Your body is shaking and writhing without control. You're attempting to avert your gaze, but you can't tear your eyes away from the gray walls in the gray corner. You've seen flashes of a triangular silhouette on the horizon. It is towering on the black water. Waves as its pulse. Brown noise as its voice. It is calling you. Oh my God, urgency, disarray, despair, shame, panic. But only briefly. A mere echo of the scream remains. You are furthering away. You are floating to safety. Let's go to the next dream, I think. Let's go down a layer. I'm the man in the gas mask. What do you got for me, gas mask man? Do you believe in my existence? I personally, me, as an outsider, a third party in all this, I do not. Will you trust my benevolence? No. Will you accept my truth? Yes, oddly. And I'll elaborate. If I lead, will you follow? No. You reject me, yet I am here to assist you. You have been confined for too long. You need to see what's on the other side of the veil, and I can show you. The path is concealed within the gallery. The gallery? I guess maybe a part of the house that we're in. Dream 3, wake up from the third dream. Man, we are dreaming up a storm. Every time we awake, it's still nighttime. These are probably all just really broken naps I'm taking. All in like 30-minute intervals, one night only. It looks like you won't be getting any sleep. You can't shake the image of the man in the gas mask from your head. Oh, basically earlier when I said I'll elaborate, I don't think he's real, right? But that doesn't inherently mean that I can't trust him. That person is an extension of my subconscious to some degree in all this. Whether he's repressed memories that I'm trying to forget, or are haunting me, plaguing my mind, poisoning me from the inside, or if he's something that I need to remember. You know what I mean? The same thing could be said in reverse. And the reason I am the way I am is because of all this repression, because of all these things that I'm refusing to look at. So even though he's not real, and I don't believe he is real to me. You following? All right. Do you think he's malevolent? I don't think he is. You find him suspicious, but he has done you no harm. Not yet, anyway. Maybe he's trying to help you. You need closure. You need to find clarity amid this dissonance. You're tired of temporarily mending your well-being. You want to find something long-lasting. Isn't that the reason you came here? You must make it through the night. I knew it. This is all one night. Maybe you should listen to the man in the gas mask. Maybe he is the only one who can help you. I don't know if I can. I don't know how. Both of these are very real answers. If we're understanding the context of this story correctly, and we've identified that this person in the gas mask is an extension of our subconscious, of our minds, I don't know how to accept him. That's very real, very valid. That could be what's happening. And I don't know if I can is equally valid. That might be our problem. I don't know if I can go back to opening myself up, letting the floodgates open and remembering all of those thoughts and those feelings and those emotions. I don't know if I can. You need to take a leap of faith. Maybe there's a clue in what he said. You remember him mentioning a gallery. He did tell me to go to a gallery. Could it mean the gallery on your phone? I mean, that's not what I thought at all. I kind of thought that we would have like an art gallery in the house, but yeah, okay, let's try the phone. It could be worth a look. Let's see, let's check the phone. 2:15, yep, this is just one night, man. One long, lonely, miserable night in a cabin in the middle of the woods. Unlock the phone. You unlocked your phone. The gallery is already open. It's a picture of the cabin that you're in. You must have taken this photo upon your arrival, even though you can't remember doing so. Ooh, swipe right, swipe left. It probably doesn't matter. Let's swipe left. Oh, it's a picture of your friends. You remember the day you took this photo. It was an unusually sunny and warm mid-fall day. You all went out to enjoy the sunshine and a few drinks. Later, it started pouring like never before. You were all wet and cold, but happy at the end of the day. It's a memory to treasure for you. You're wondering how your friends are doing. Do you think you've been a good friend? You feel like you have taken your friends for granted. You should call them more frequently. Ask them how they're doing more often. Do not let them fade out of your life. You will need them and their laughter. Let's keep going left. Oh my God, it's a dog. It's a puppy. But for a second, in this art style, my heart was in my ass. Those big black eyes look horrifying. You're still struggling to watch photos of her. She passed away recently. You miss her so much. There are no words to describe it. Do you feel like you let her down? You knew she was old and not well. You did the right thing by letting her go. Deep down inside, you understand and accept this. There will come a day when grief turns into a fond memory. The writing in this game is incredible. It is a picture of an old mill. You find it somehow familiar. You've seen it near the cabin. Yet you cannot remember taking this picture. A sense of dread is starting to build within you as you realize the order of these photos. You took this picture before your dog passed away. This image is months old. You don't remember when you came here, but you're sure you came here after saying goodbye to your dog. Your head is trying to process this paradox. Have you been here before? Have you already done all of this? Are you trapped in some unnatural cycle? Everything has been such a blur to you lately. I mean, to be clear, the options here are limitless for what could actually be happening. Being painted in this zone of heavy mental stress and misremembering things and your mind playing tricks on you and not knowing what's real and what's not, anything is up for grabs. Any reality could be the truth at this point. Be that as it may. There it is. Can you see something strange in this image? You find it difficult to discern what you're looking at. Let's zoom in. All right. That one scared me a little bit. What did you think you saw? There was someone in the photo. I don't know what I saw. Well, it does you no good to lie to yourself. You don't need to beat around the bush. You know what you saw. It wasn't you. You must have taken the photo. You must find the current turn of events terrifying. This is the moment when your logic begins to fail you. The great disorder in your head is spiraling out of control. You can feel it physically bounding your head, attempting to break free. There is no way for you to regain control. You've resisted for so long. You can't hold it any longer. You must surrender to chaos. What do you have to lose? Everything. I have everything to lose. The things you are holding on to no longer have much value for you. You're starting to cave in. This amorphous mass of anxiety and stress has grown unbearable. It has physically begun to weigh down on your shoulders. The dawn could help alleviate some of your burdens, but you can't shoulder them for the night. You must act before you get crushed under all of that weight. I don't know how or what should I do. I know the choice probably doesn't actually matter, but I'm trying to think of, in this scenario, being so overburdened by this weight, by this guilt, this anxiety, this depression. What should I do now? Do I talk to this voice? Or do I admit that I don't know how to cope with what I'm feeling? Because this voice in our head has not exactly been a positive influence. We'll talk to him. Let's see what he has to say. Find the man in a gas mask. You must confront him if he's real. You must cast him away if he's a figment of your imagination. Go to the old mill. Seek out to him. Okay, I guess. I don't really think that's the solution. I think it's pretty clear that the man in the gas mask is the symbolic repression of what's ailing us, right? He's the thing that's haunting us. Maybe the mill's where something happened. Maybe that's why we saw him there in the picture. The front door is open yet again. Can you remember if you closed it? I think I did. I'm pretty confident, yeah. Are you certain? No. No, I'm not. Can you picture the moment when you closed the door? You were anxious earlier when you noticed the door was open. Surely you wanted to avoid repeating your mistake. So how come the door is open? I may have left it open. There's a possibility you never showed me shutting it. You feel that's the most likely explanation, but you can't be sure. It leaves you in a doubt. Suddenly your thoughts are drawn to a strange feeling. Look at your left wrist, look at your right wrist. Oh no. Does your hand feel numb? Sometimes you feel like there's something more than blood coursing through your veins. These thoughts come to you with urgency. You don't know why. Your thoughts are not related to anything concrete. They're just thoughts. Try not to think about it. Instead, set your mind to the old mill. You're bound to find answers there. All right, let's get going. How strange. You feel more at ease now that you're out of the cabin. Previously, it was the other way around. A drizzling rain has replaced the chilly autumn wind. It's still cold outside, but you don't mind, and you forgot your coat again. Damn it. You welcome it. Any physical sensation draws you closer to reality. It guides you in the right direction and allows you to breathe more freely. You can feel the gravel beneath your feet more distinctly, a feeling that provides you comfort, a feeling that reassures you of your existence in this space. You are here. This idea of physical sensation being a tether, a guide to ground yourself in reality and in the world, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like where it could be heading. You are alive. If only you could feel such presence and connection more often. You think it's unfair. You're not a bad person. Why are you being tormented like this? You put on a brave face and you pretend you're fine. You make sure they don't see how broken you are. But is that strength or quite the opposite? How much of yourself are you willing to keep hidden? Be that as it may, you should get going. This path leads to the old mill. The old mill lies just beyond the ridge. You're almost there. Crunching branches beneath my feet, I hope. You thought you heard something. It sounded like a branch snapping nearby. A strange feeling comes over you as you realize you're not alone. Take a moment and steady your breath. Try to avoid paying too much attention to the sound of your breathing. Let it come naturally. Trick yourself into thinking something else. You got this. I hate that condescending tone that you take with me. Myself. Oh, it's getting closer. Is that it? That's the shadow emerging, huh? Oh God. Can you see something moving in the distance? It's coming this way. Is that a bear? Oh my God, I am not equipped to deal with that. That's nature. That's scary. That is not the man in a gas mask. It's a grizzly bear. You must stay very still. Is this like a I'd rather take the bear reference right now in the middle of this game? Can you feel a surge of adrenaline kicking in? Your heart is thumping in your chest. Fight or flight. But you can't run. It would be suicidal to start running. You should retrace your steps slowly back the way you came, but your legs are feeling like jelly. You struggle to move them. You struggle to stand still. The tension has become intolerable. You must get out of this situation. You want to close your eyes and count to 10. Out of sight, out of mind. Live or die. Throw yourself to chance. Close your eyes is do nothing. Quit giving me these irrelevant choices. I guess we'll close our eyes. 1, 2. Oh, he's Crumption. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hallelujah, praise the Lord Jesus. You're slowly looking at your surroundings, but you can't see the bear anymore. It didn't see you as a threat. You were defenseless, but it meant you no harm. Looks like you're safe. You had never encountered a grizzly before. You feel both shaken and exhilarated by this encounter. Bears have always been meaningful to you in some way. They periodically appear in your dreams. Do you believe your dreams are trying to tell you something? Absolutely! That's what this whole game's been about. Yes, I believe so. You found a pattern in their appearance. Bears may symbolize a significant change in your life. Be that as it may, you should get going. The old mill is waiting for you just over that ridge. All right, let's confront the man in the gas mask. You're here at the old mill. The night has reached its darkest moment. There's very little light left. You feel the coldness differently when in darkness. You find it more piercing and desperate. You feel it's unforgiving and somehow more final. You no longer welcome it. The drizzle has soaked your clothes. You're tired and cold. The old mill looks deserted. The unpleasant scent of damp, swollen wood fills your nostrils. You're thinking of turning back, aren't you? Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely I am. And who could blame you? You came all this way, but there's nothing here. This is such a hard pill to swallow for you. Deep down inside, you believed that you would find something here. We could do without the music, alright? That's a little over the top. Your heart skips a beat. The old mill comes alive. You're starting to feel dizzy due to the sudden rush of thoughts and emotions. You stand quietly, trying to steady your breathing and soothe your head. But there's no way to separate and organize your thoughts. They come like flashes. You can grab them briefly before you realize they're gone. How could anyone navigate their way through such cacophony? Broken words are spiraling from this chaos into your head. I am waiting for you. You feel shaken and at your limit. You must focus all your remaining energy. He is waiting for you in the old mill. Let's go! I'm about to whoop some gas mask ass, boy. You're standing at the bottom of the stairs that lead to the old mill. You feel hesitant to take these steps. There is no clarity in the storm inside your head. How could philosophy and spirituality shake hands with logic? Where do you draw the line? For all that you know, these could be the first steps to psychosis. Or the last. You wish you could silence the voices in your head, but you can't. They're constantly looking for meaning. They're searching for anything to explain this mad world, for this can't be all that there is. So here you stand at the foot of your mountain. Are you ready to take these steps? I'm ready. I'm as ready as I'll ever be in this moment. You can no longer rely on logic. The hell I can't, brother! That's the only thing that's gotten me through this so far. The man in a gas mask is waiting for you in the old mill. He may hold an explanation. The moment has come. What the hell does the leg matter? I'm right leg dominant. Let's go with the right leg. 5th step. You can't take stairs without counting the steps. You haven't found a way to ignore the urge, and you're not even sure you'd want to. The number of steps could hold a deeper meaning. There may be a hidden and recurring pattern waiting to be revealed. That doesn't make much sense, does it? Unless there's 15 steps, it would make a lot of sense for the game. You feel conflicted, but you won't stop counting. Not now. Oh, there's definitely 15 steps. 10. It is a cat on my shirt. Sorry, not the time. I know. Focus up, Qrow. You're nearly there, with just a few steps remaining. You can feel a cold shiver run repeatedly over your body. You're starting to breathe more consistently as the light from the mill grows brighter. It carries a sense of relief. It whispers a promise of warmth. It offers you shelter from this darkness. You're almost at the top. 15 steps if you count the landing, which you always do. 15. Do you think it's yet another sign or a mere coincidence? Coincidence. It's a coincidence. Maybe so. But out of all the numbers, it just had to be 15. You found the stairs to the old mill mentally draining. Both your body and mind are very weary. But you're finally here. The storm is raging, as are your relentless thoughts. There's nothing but this old door between you and the man in a gas mask. For the first time, could there be clarity in the chaos? A glimpse of hope. Let's get in there. I'm nervous. I'm genuinely nervous. You've got really nice hair. Do not be afraid. I am no longer a mere shadow or a voice in your head. I led you here. I guided your hand with whispers into your ear. I permeated your dreams and thoughts like ink bleeds into the black water. I was born from silence. I have manifested from the shadow of the gray corner. The one we were screaming into in our dreams. I am night without a dawn. It's like there is Morse code going on. I wonder if, do I need to decipher this? I'm gonna write it down just in case. Why am I here? You have sensed something almost tangible in the darkness. You've come so close, you can almost reach out and touch it. But you still don't know what it is. Yet you have heard the waves whisper of its existence. Listen closely. These waves are born from the pulse of the triangular pyramid. Yes, the one you've seen in your dreams. It stands on black water behind the all-distorting veil. Your search for something more has finally come to an end. You can find the truth you've been craving for in the 3 faces of the pyramid. But it lies hidden behind the veil which you can only perceive in darkness. Therefore, I had to challenge your logic and reasoning. I disguised myself in your silence. I wore you out with the endless whispers from the quiet. I filled you with doubt and resentment. I introduced you to the necessary darkness. I will show you the truth that is good and just. The truth that is concealed by the all-distorting veil. No, let's hear him out. Let's hear him out. I want to hear what he has to say. You have sensed there's more than meets the eye. You've known it for a long time. You must look past things that are holding you here. I've observed your loved ones from the darkness. I've stood in the shadow of the gray corner. I've heard them quietly whisper their prayers. You are causing them heartache. You are a burden to them. No, that can't be right. Thinking like that is a dangerous line of thought, and it's not true. They know the weight of the worries you're carrying. Where were they when you needed them the most? You shouldn't give them another thought. They're nothing but silhouettes distorted by the great veil. There's no shame in finding comfort in that thought. You need to let them go. You must cut any ties you have left with this world, for the veil's greatest trick was to disguise itself in the light. Only then can you plummet into the blackness where the veil cannot exist. Look at my eyes, for they are like knives. And with my gaze, I will cut through the great veil. I will show you the way. I will walk you across the black water. I will help you tear down the veil once and for all. And there it is. It's the code again, the Morse code. I first came to you in your dreams. Now, accept me in the flesh. Look at your hands. You have poison coursing through your veins, a cancer that stops you from seeing and sensing what is real. It has deceived you with false things to keep you tamed and content. But in the dark, you've started to sense its presence. It is difficult to turn away from love, joy, and happiness. It is hard to close your eyes for the last light. But know that this light I speak of is artificial and false. And because of the nature of things, you must bleed. With my eyes, I will release the poison out of you. You're thinking of your loved ones. Yes, I am. Let go of them. No. Let go of the ties that keep you here. No. Let go of their memory. No. You're scared. Don't be afraid. I will wash away your fear in the darkness. Take my hand and follow me. I can't. I just... Clarity. No pain. No doubt. The cold will turn to warmth. A sense of calm will follow. Let go of the discord. Let go of the worries. I didn't like that. Leave all the woe to the other side of the veil. Breathe slowly. And listen. Can you hear it? Can you hear the dissonance drowning in the sea? Can you hear it sinking in the beautiful brown noise? There's no false light where the water begins. Is this going to be the pyramid? Yeah. And the sun's finally rising. Dawn has finally broke. All too late. Can you hear me? Something is happening. The pyramid has risen from the surface of the black water. It is slowly rotating in the air. Its base is turning into a face, and its face is turning into a base. A new truth has emerged. Is it too late? Please, help me. I realize the truth has an ever-shifting nature. Can you hear me? I will repeat myself. The truth has an ever-shifting nature. Please, can you hear me? I will scream into the black water. The truth has an ever-shifting nature. I don't know what becomes of me. Help me. Hey there? Thank you for playing Without a Dawn. I hope you enjoyed my little game. Oh, man. I didn't like it. I loved it. I did. I really did. That's a relief. Thanks. It took me approximately a year to create this game. I spent lots of time rewriting the dialogue and recreating the art, among other tasks. It feels like I did 5 things for one to stick. That's not a very sustainable way to create games. But with this game, I felt I could spend more time refining the smaller details. I always approach this project more as an art than a game. Creating a thought-provoking and mature tale of the human psyche was tough. I had to constantly put myself in the dark place to bring this work into existence. Yet at the same time, this project was a labor of love. I'm very proud of how it turned out. I want to thank my wife, Jenny, for her continuous support and help. Also, thanks to my kids, Rico and Minja? Those are really cute names. Thanks to the local game dev community, sharing a drink is always a pleasure. And a huge thanks to you all for encouraging me through social media. Oh, and before you go, would you consider dropping a review? Absolutely, I will. Not here, because I'm assuming that yes is going to like take me out of the game, but I will. There's no harm. Yo, no, I'm going to. Please don't be upset. I will, for sure. When I said earlier, I don't like how this is going. I don't like this. It's not that it's bad as an ending. It's not that it's bad as a game. It's actually very, very good. You can feel how intentional every written word was in this game. The care that was taken to craft such an experience covering such a delicate topic. I cannot stress enough how well the developer did with this game. I'm so blown away at just how emotionally gripped I was during this story. And I think it's because it's a real one. And it's a real one to a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. There were such specific moments in this game that can be extrapolated on to mean a lot of different things. I would wager that almost anyone could find a feeling, an emotion that took place in here that is relatable. We all suffer from anxiety. We all have fears. We all have depression. We all have doubts, and some people just know how to manage them a little bit better than others, but they're there. They're there. For everybody, they're there. And I want to make mention that one thing in my last 5 to 8 years of watching YouTube videos or consuming this type of content and now creating it, people tend to dance around these types of subjects a lot and flat out avoid them most of the time. But suicide is a very real thing. It's not something that needs to be censored with other words. It's raw. It's a reality. And the more that we talk about it, the less we make it feel like a taboo, the more people will feel like they can reach out for help and feel validated. They can go out with their friends and with their family and be themselves and open up to them and not feel like they're living 2 lives, not feel trapped in their own bodies. It's a really, really good game. Well, I thank you all for watching. I know we didn't end on a particularly happy note, but life often doesn't. So with that, thanks for watching. See ya.